Hello, everyone. Welcome to another video on the Career Counseling Forum channel. My name is Saurabh Nanda, and I'm the founder of SN Mentoring and the Career Mentors Training Program, CMTP certification, along with Dr. Itishree Mishra. Today, we're going to touch upon a very important topic. Um, what do you do after becoming a career mentor? Well, a lot of you will become entrepreneurs. You will become small business owners, and you will be called a career mentor entrepreneur. Now, what exactly does it entail? Because the moment we utter the word entrepreneurship, so many different things, so many different ideas come to our mind, right? Like entrepreneurs have to work so much, they have to spend 15 hours a day, they have to, manage multiple things, they have to raise money, multiple things come to your mind, especially after, Shark Tank India has made the entire concept so popular. Well, entrepreneurship existed all the time, every time. Creating an enterprise makes you an entrepreneur. And what is an enterprise? An endeavor to make money by solving a particular problem. And what problem will you solve? As a career mentor, you will solve the problem of people needing guidance with their careers, with their education, and so on and so forth. Now, the biggest advantage of being a career mentor entrepreneur is the freedom to practice. Now, traditionally in our society, you will see there have been certain knowledge based services available. And those knowledge based service professionals exist in every town and township, village, and so on. So it's not only concentrated in big metro cities or big, commercial centers. For example, the most famous one is a medical doctor. A doctor is a very highly knowledgeable person who will treat you and your ailments. So he's a service provider, knowledge based service. Similarly, a lawyer. You have any legal troubles that you get stuck in, you have local courts where you need those services, they will provide that. Then is a chartered accountant or a CA. Again, a very experienced knowledge based service professional who will solve your problems when it comes to taxation, setting up companies, managing your assets, wealth, and so on and so forth. And then there are, some other professionals also, for example, wealth managers, or financial services providers, or people who help you with any other kind of regulations and compliances when it comes to setting up your own office and so on. So all these professionals, they are coming from what? The service based, the knowledge based service economy. And in today's complex world, and just try to understand why were these knowledge based services needed again? Because they require extreme amount of knowledge and understanding and insight. So somebody who has studied these things for years can solve these problems. And what has happened to our education system, and what has happened to our career ecosphere now? It is becoming more and more complex every single day, and that is why there is a need for trained knowledge based services for this entire ecosystem and industry. And that is where a trained career mentor like yourself can fill in the gap. Career mentors, you will have your offices regionally, locally, because you understand the context of that area. You understand the needs of the students, the youth. You understand the needs of the families over there when it comes to career and higher education. You understand the sensitivities. You understand the financial aspect of it. You understand the social, cultural aspect of all those things. And that is why you are the best person to solve problems related to career and education in that particular region. That is where you start with. But that doesn't limit you. Why? Because the knowledge that you have is applicable not only to a small place or a region, but it's applicable nationally, internationally, globally. So the scope is huge. I'm sitting in Jalandhar in Punjab, but we are doing research on shadow education, which impacts the entire country of India. We have been doing this research with the help of by collaborating with researchers from China, from Denmark, from Hong Kong, and multiple other places within India itself. We are also doing research on gifted education. Cognitively gifted children are there in the entire population. Some 3.5-4% of the population is cognitively gifted, Ramanujan. But how do we identify them? Our schools are not able to do so. But through our research, we have been able to do this. So what we are doing in Jalandhar in Punjab is actually applicable throughout the country, throughout South Asia, and maybe even beyond. So being a career mentor allows you to grow not only, knowledge wise, but also grow beyond the borders that you have grown up in. Multiple associations, collaborations are possible for a career mentor because this industry is so huge and the demand for services is so diverse. So don't be afraid to become a career mentor entrepreneur. Yes, it will take its time. It will take a few years for you to set up things, make things stabilize, smoothen them so that you have good, trusted team members. You have the right people to collaborate with. You have the right network in schools, colleges, placement agencies, and so on and so forth. But within a few years, you will realize that you have become an expert in this area. And that is what is on offer for you to become a career mentor. Want to know more? Why don't you register yourself for CMTP? Why don't you attend an orientation session and join one of our cohorts? Let's discuss more. Cheers.